why don't we go ahead and get into the charting features we have on our Web 2.0 platform. In order to access the charting features, what you can do is go ahead and select this chart button along the left side of your screen. This will take you to our charting tab. You'll notice now we have the chart for MES. It will populate along in the screen here. Let's go ahead and change the symbol. So coming back up to the top of the platform here, in the symbol search box, you're able to search for whatever symbol you want to see the chart for. In this case, let's go with Apple, AAPL. Select it from the menu. You'll notice now we have the chart for Apple. So on the chart tab here, along the top of the screen, you are going to have the ability to change the aggregation of the chart. That is denoted right here by this 1D symbol. And then the time interval is you can change that by using these options along the bottom of the screen here. So if we're looking to adjust the aggregation, we come up to the top here and click where it says 1D. And you'll notice we can adjust the aggregation to our liking. So let's go with a 5-minute chart. And then let's look at the, why don't we take a look at the 1 week, 5-minute chart. So just like that, we've gone ahead and adjusted the aggregation and time interval of the chart that we're viewing. Moving along here, along the right side of our screen, this is where you're going to access a lot of your drawing tools that we have available on the charting tab here. So those drawing tools can be accessed along the left side of your screen here. Let's say, for example, you wanted to draw, I like drawing info line. So go ahead and select info line from the drawing features here. And let's see what Apple did. Let's go ahead and, you know what, one moment. Let's actually get a little bit more zoomed in. There we go. Now we can see a little bit better. Okay, so we'll go ahead and select the info tool or the info drawing feature from the left side of the screen here. And in order to draw this info line, what we can do is first you start by left clicking. This will start the drawing. And then in order to snap it to another candle, you just go ahead and left click where you want to place it. And then just like that, the info line has been drawn. And you'll notice now we get a little bit more information along the top here. We could see from the starting point to where I ended it, looks like Apple was down about $1.98 or 1.07%. It indicates the amount of bars as well as time that's passed between those two distances. And if you're looking to edit this drawing in any way, you can do that by clicking on this little, or using this little feature here that comes up in the middle of the chart. So from here, you're able to edit the color of the info line by clicking on this square. And you'll notice now we get a range of different colors. So let's say if we wanted to make this purple, maybe something a little bit easier to see. Why don't we go with a lighter blue here? And then if you wanted to increase the thickness of the line, you can do that here as well. And then if you click this settings wheel right here, this is actually going to bring up a window here where you're able to manually type in like your starting or end prices. So let's say maybe we wanted to start this at a price of 184 to evaluate what the change was from 184 down to 182.39. You can type that price in there, go ahead and close. And you'll notice now the info that we receive is a little bit different. Shows there's a decrease in it of $1.61. And then if you're looking to delete this, what you can do is click on this trash icon right here. And that will delete the drawing that we had. Moving along here, I'm shifting our focus back to the top here. Right now, this is where you can, so this second icon, this is where you can change the type of chart that you're viewing. Right now, we have the traditional candlestick chart. But if you're looking to change that, you go ahead and click on this second icon. You have the ability to change this to a line chart or area chart, things along those lines, really whatever your preference is. We have a ton of different chart types available here. In this case, I'm just going to change it back to the traditional candlestick. Next, we have the we're going to save this one. This is the ability to compare charts. We'll touch on that in just a few minutes here. But next we have the indicators option. So that is going to be right here. If you're looking to add an indicator to the chart, go ahead and select that fourth icon. And let's say maybe you were interested in adding an SMA line or simple moving average. Go ahead and start typing that in. Simple moving average. Select it from the menu. Double left click to select it, by the way. Again, we search for that in the search box at the top here, and then you just select from the menu that pops up. You'll notice now we have an added study along the right side. It's simple moving average. If you're looking to adjust the days at which this is being evaluated, you can use the that would be the length box here. So you can increase or decrease that to your liking. In this case, we'll go ahead and leave it at 9. And then once you're satisfied with the indicators you have added, you go ahead and close this out. And you'll notice now we have SMA line added to our Apple chart. If you have any indicators that you love to use and you're looking to save them on the chart, you can actually do that by clicking on this icon at the top of the page here that looks like a file. So if you go ahead and select that, you'll notice a box will come down, and all you do is go to new layout. And then you just name it to your liking. So we'll go with Anthony's chart. Go ahead and hit enter. And you'll notice now when we go back into that layout button, again, this is the file icon at the top of the screen. When we go back into that layout button, you'll notice now Anthony's chart is saved. If you're looking to go back to the default, or actually, you know what? Back to the default, that's still going to have it because we have the indicator selected. But in any instance, if you were to remove the indicator, again, in order to do this, you'll need to click on the indicator button at the top of the screen here. So if we were to remove the indicator, in order to do that, you can just open the indicators back up and then hit this delete all button in the upper right corner. And that's going to delete the indicator from our screen. And you'll notice now there's no indicator on here, but we can quickly access that by going into our layouts and then selecting that layout that we had just made, Anthony's chart. You'll notice now that will add the SMA indicator back. So that's the way you're going to want to go about saving different charting indicators that you like. Another cool feature I did want to point out is in the bottom right corner of your screen. You'll notice this is where we were originally setting the time interval when we first started with the charting feature here. But if you're looking to, maybe you have one that that you like to use, like we'll go with the 5-minute, like 1-day chart or something along those lines. What you can do is click this little plus button at the bottom of the screen here. You'll notice now we have the ability to set an aggregation as well as a date range. So 1 minute, and then if we went with the 1 minute 5-day, you go ahead and hit save. You'll notice now we get that 5-day 1 minute chart breakdown, and it's also added to the bottom of our charting tab here. So that's a cool little way to save some preferred time interval and aggregation settings. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch this back to the default layout here. Again, focusing at the top of the screen on that little file icon. That's going to be our layouts. We'll go ahead and switch back over to the default layout. And then from here, let's say maybe you wanted to compare two underlyings against each other from the chart feature here. If you're looking to compare two different underlyings, right now we have Apple selected. But let's say maybe we wanted to take a look at how Apple's chart compares versus like a chart for SPY. So that's going to be this third icon at the top of the screen here. Go ahead and click on that. And then you type in the symbol that you're looking to compare to. So we'll go ahead and type in SPY, select it from the menu. And you'll notice now we get an overlay of the SPY chart. It's a line, more of a line graph here, as far as comparing the charts go. So Apple is going to be the main candlestick one here, and then SPY will display as a line chart. And you can compare multiple charts. I mean, let's say maybe we wanted to add, we'll go with QQQ. You'll notice now QQQ will pop up. So now we have 3 charts, and you can keep going and going and going, and you can compare multiple charts. If you're looking to remove these charts or even change the colors of them, what you can do is along the left side of your screen here, you'll notice we have this little info box, and then we have the charts that we're comparing displayed here. If you're looking to make any edits to the charts that you're comparing, you go ahead and click on this little settings icon. And from here, you get the ability to change it from a line to an area chart. And you also get the ability to change the color. Again, you could set this to your preference. If you're looking to remove these from the main chart here, you go ahead and once again, look at the left side of your screen in the little info box, put your cursor on the charts that you're comparing, and you get this little X in order to remove them from the chart. And just like that, that is our charting feature here on the Web 2.0 platform.